this is Luke Rowe at God's Increased Garden. Welcome back to another video. As you can see here, we're gonna plant mums today. It's gonna be really fun. So first off, I wanna tell you a little bit about like where I got these from. The Garden Factory is selling like a bunch of these. This is only like probably like 4 different colors that they have. They have other ones as well, but I was doing the garbage yesterday, and I looked in the bin, and there they were. These were all in the trash, and some of them do look very bad. A lot of them were smushed. Some of them are cut in half, like this one. But some of them, I think they just fell from the wind or something, because like these two especially, like this one, it still looks pretty good, but on this side you can kind of tell. I think it like that's where it laid on the ground or whatever. But anyway, like I know they're selling it in retail, so they want everything to look nice for the customer, which is, it's good. That's how it should be. But I just want to give these a second chance, and it's kind of like a parallel to what I did last year with tomatoes that I got at Van Putty. They were really they needed some love basically, and they were throwing those out as well, and a squash plant too. And I put them in my basement, and I kind of called it like the plant hospital, because I just wanted to give them a chance. And even if it didn't like work out, at least I gave them a chance. So that's what I'm doing with these, just giving them another shot at surviving. Throwing something out is not gonna give them a chance at all. So I'll give you a few tips about, my coworkers kind of told me how to take care of them. I asked them a few things. One of them was, how often should I water? And they said that you could do it once per week at least. But I was thinking, like in the fall, since it's like cold out and stuff, and it also rains a lot, you probably won't have to do it as often, maybe once per 2 weeks, since it's not like in the summer, because in the summer heat, the water is evaporated faster and the roots dry out quicker. So, but in fall it's going to be slowed down considerably. So that was one thing. Oh, and also about watering, one of my coworkers said, if you start to see it wilting, then you could water it, but that could also mean that you're over watering. So depending on how you're doing things, will determine if you should water or not. And then I also asked them about soil, and mums don't really they're not really picky on the soil that they grow best in. So it's great if you're like a beginner gardener or whatever. So that's awesome. Another thing is, there was another coworker that I work with, and she said her dad bought some mums and put them on the patio still in the pot, and they were flowering till December. I'm not gonna leave them in the pots, I'm gonna put them in the ground. But it's crazy that the blooms, even through snow and stuff, will still be blooming till December, which is, I mean, I always wondered why people love mums and we're looking forward to the fall mums. And now I know why, because like you can see, all the leaves are starting to fall and everything is turning like brown and green, but just to have this flash of color, it's amazing. And another thing, my first inclination of these were, they look annual, so they probably are, and a lot of people think they're annuals, but they're actually not. It's how you take care of them after the flowering stage that will determine if they will just die completely, or they'll stay through the winter and come back next spring. These ones are called hardy mums for a reason. They're able to survive the winter and come back next spring and keep on growing. They're a perennial actually, but you could stop that if you do it the wrong way. So what will happen is once all the flowers are done, once the foliage is completely dead, it's gonna be brown, it's probably gonna be black, and people don't like that because they bought this for beauty and they don't want it to make their landscape look ugly, so they just cut everything back. But what you have to do is you leave that because something about chlorophyll, just like the trees, that's why the leaves turn color, because I'm pretty sure they're taking out that green pigment in the leaves. They're storing up sugars to survive the winter. So it's the same with this. You don't want to cut that dead stuff back. Although it looks bad, don't cut it back, because that's what's letting the crown survive through the winter and be able to be protected from the harsh temperatures of winter. And what else was I going to say? Oh, and also, kind of back to watering. He said even when it's brown and doesn't have any foliage or flowers on it, you could still water it, because it helps it in some way. He didn't really specify, but I'm gonna take it how it is and use that. So with the layout, I was thinking of, here's the main path that I usually walk on. So, and it's like the first thing you see once you go in the back garden. What I was gonna do is put these two nice red ones, one on that side, one on this side. I then kind of, let's see here. I was gonna like change the colors every other one. But the thing is, okay, so we have, I think these are, let me see. This one looks a little more orange though, so I don't think it's part of this yellow. I'm not really sure, but we'll do red, red, yellow, yellow, and then these, and then we'll do the next two yellows. So I think it'll look really nice. So yeah, I'll move the camera so you can see what I'm doing. I will probably do some time lapse so you guys don't get bored, but you can still see the process. These are very, very dry, so I will be putting some rainwater in the hole before I fill it back in. Oh, and also, before I forget, I'm not gonna really worry about this huge hole. It does look very ugly, and I'm not surprised that they threw it out. But again, I'm gonna give it a second chance. Over time, as the years go by, it will fill out and become huge. So I'm not worried about this. This is just this year. It's gonna look like this, like half of the thing is supposed to be like this. But it's okay, because next fall it's gonna be, you know, big, just like the nice red ones over there. So I'm not worried about that. And also, a parallel to not cutting back the dead stuff, I think it'll probably happen in, I don't know, December, early January, when the foliage is all off and the flowers are all dead and like this. It's a parallel to asparagus ferns. You don't cut those back because they're sending nutrients down to the crown, which will protect it and give nutrients to next year's growth. So yeah, awesome. Okay, so I decided to use this bed because, well, first of all, this was not supposed to be designated as a bed anyway. I have 1, 2, 3 beds right here with paths in between. This is technically a big path, wood chip path, so I'm just gonna convert it to a mum flower bed, so it's gonna look really nice. So first of all, you're never supposed to mix dirt and wood chips because it ties up the nitrogen, I believe it is. So I'm just gonna make a little indent right here so no wood chips or less wood chips go in the hole. So, and it also shows me the right spacing. Oh, and also, I kind of miscalculated. I actually have 7 free mums that I got that they were throwing out. A lot of them are yellow, so I won't be able to do, you know, red, yellow, another color, and then yellow again. Especially the one on that side, it has like 2 yellow ones, and there's gonna be one side's gonna have 4, one side's gonna have 3, but the one that has 3 are the ones that are huge anyway, so it's gonna take up more space. And also on the other one, I decided to do 4 mums because I have a longer strip on that side. So, so I'm just gonna make a little indent right here. I think that should be good. And then there's a lot of creatures down here. Go. Actually, let's see. Probably should move. Yeah, I'll probably move this one right here, because again, they're gonna get pretty big, so I don't want them competing for nutrients and sunshine next year. So okay, that looks awesome. Now my dad bought this for me. It was actually for if I get stuck during winter time, but I haven't used it for that yet, so I just use it for gardening. Now I could just use a regular shovel, but I don't know. I guess I just like working harder sometimes. And I think this actually, you could actually shape the hole better with this, you know. Now, if I was trying to cut roots or something, then this would not be a good idea. So, usually when you're planting something in a pot, you want it to be a lot wider than the pot and a little deeper probably. Well, actually, I think actually depth is different, because you want whatever the level. Just say the plant is like this, and when you take out, here's the dirt, you want the top of it to be the top of the soil, which is, you know, that's just logic, really. Some of these mums, I think they were about to use them for customized pots or something, so they only have like half the soil. So, and you guys know that I'm against like fertilizer and stuff, but they used Miracle-Gro potting mix. I was gonna like massage the roots like I usually do and get most of that junk out, but the roots are very tender and kind of small, so I'm just gonna leave it intact. I might massage it a little bit, but it's not gonna be as much as I used to. So yeah, okay, we're gonna get the first one now. I also brought some rainwater that I'll water it in with. So let's see, we're gonna do this guy right here. I love this color, look at this. It's like a pinkish red, so beautiful. Let's see, these branches are so easy to break, so I mean, that's one reason why I thought it was an annual, but it's not. I was gonna water it. Let's see. I feel like watering it after putting it in the hole would damage it even more, so I'm just gonna water the hole first. I think that'll make more sense than putting tons of water on it, you know? So, This is all rainwater, so. Let's see how fast it soaks in. I was gonna do like fish emulsion and stuff, but I just hope they survive. It's going down so slow. Yeah, I do have kind of poor drainage because it's mostly clay soil, but it would be a lot worse if I wasn't, well, I don't know. Whoops, I'm sorry. It would be a lot worse if I was, I don't know. Cause like, I feel like, well, initial tilling is okay, like if you're making a new bed or whatever, but yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say since I'm not tilling, it would be better, but clay is clay, you know? It doesn't soak in as much, so. Which I guess you have a risk of overwatering in clay soil. So that's the only bad thing. But it does hold water in very much. So yeah, it's like, it's almost halfway down. Maybe I should just put it in there and let this soil soak it in. I think that'll be better than trying for it to wait, like waiting for it to go down. I'm gonna try to, if anything is hanging down, I think it'll be fine. Gentle. Oh, I did do it, I did do it a little too deep. So I'm gonna put a little more soil back in, just so I'm not like burying everything. Took out a little too much that time, whoops. Okay, I think that's good. Let's slowly put it in. Oh, that's a lot better. Okay, and then I'm gonna kind of put these up a little bit and push the rest of the dirt in there. Pat it down firm. Again, these branches are so tender, so just gotta be very gentle with them. Very gentle. So this is so awesome. Man, even this year, like God has given me so much stuff for free. It's so awesome. So awesome. Like, I don't know. It's a bunch of stuff. Well, the major stuff was like church family giving me a whole bushel of apples. And then my farm job, the first day they give me free peaches. And they also recently gave me a bunch of gourds that I was able to puree, and I made about 6 to 7 gallons of, you know, puree. So I'll be, well, I did freeze most of it, but I didn't even have enough gallon bags. So I had to put the remainder gallon to gallon and a half in the fridge that I'm gonna use in some recipes. So, God is so good. Too good to me. I don't deserve it. Neither does anybody, but that's how much He loves us, you know? Gives us what we don't deserve. That's what grace is. Alright, and then I'll just put some, try to make it look natural, but after you dig, it's like there's dirt everywhere, but when it rains out again, it'll wash all the small stuff down, and then all the big stuff, which is the wood chips, will stay intact. So it'll make it look like it used to. So, well, that's the first one done, guys. It looks so awesome. I'm gonna move the camera now so you can check out the other ones. Oh, and there was this plastic stuff on it because it's so it holds its shape. I don't know if I should take it off. If it'll, You know what? I'm just gonna leave it on until all the flowers are dead, because I feel like I'm gonna tear all of the nice flowers off if I try to take it off. So that'll stay on until the foliage is completely dead. So, okay, now I'm gonna move the camera and do the other ones. All right, here's the next one. Oh, so beautiful. It has like, okay, it's not as fragrant as a rose, but it has like a mellow scent to it. It's so awesome. When I put it on the propagation station and I was just walking past yesterday night and I smelled it. Oh, the smell is just jaw-dropping. So, okay, so we're gonna make another hole. Now for this one, I forget, because like, some of them were still in the pots when they were in the trash. Some of them, it was just the dirt, you know? So, we'll see if how far I should dig it. So, I'm actually finding some of my potting mix down here, because I planted a tomato right here, almost the exact spot. So, I'm finding like the perlite granules in here. So, and that's what's cool. Like when you do plugs and stuff, you're actually building your soil like one plug at a time, but you are building your soil and you're actually putting more nutrients in it when you do that. So. Seems like a lot of water, but they're so dry. It's crazy. Okay. And really, this is actually going down pretty fast, but really it's actually better that you put the plant in right now rather than waiting, because that dirt that's really dry, it'll absorb everything. And soon enough, it'll be totally absorbed and the water won't even be able to go down anymore because the plant has absorbed it all, you know? So let's gently, oh, like this one, yeah. This one was still in the pot when they threw it out. So it's so beautiful, guys. I have to move this. It's getting too congested in here, so okay. Yeah, we're just gonna put it in like this. Oh, I almost forgot. They have these, I don't know what they are, but they say do not eat and stuff on them. I have no idea what it is. It's probably chemicals, so have to be sure to throw that away. So. But just to think that this is gonna come back, it's like, wow. So awesome. And the color is, oh my goodness, I can't get over it. So beautiful. Oh, let's put some dirt on. So awesome. Okay, just gonna keep on putting it around. Make it firm so it doesn't get too blown around. I had to do this today because tomorrow when I get home from work, I have like 1.5 hours and then I go to church, and then Thursday, Friday, Saturday, I leave at like, usually 9, around 9, and then get there at like 9:30 to 10 o'clock, somewhere in that range. And well, I can't say all the time, but most of the time, I'm there till dark. And when I get back, I usually do piano and stuff, but I only have like a few hours, then I'm in bed, so, and it would be dark out, so I can't do it then. So yeah, today's the day. My friend did have plans to go to Costco because they have a membership there, but we had to postpone it to next week because I have to get this done, and there's other things today they have to get done today because my schedule is pretty full. So, such is life. That's how it is. You just gotta, like, doing the next right thing is sometimes really focusing on what is my number, like the best priority, I guess. Putting your priorities in order, because shopping is a priority, of course, but like I can't let these flowers wait, you know, and I can't let the other things I'm gonna do wait any longer. I gotta do it today, you know. So this is so awesome. It's gonna look so nice once it's all finished, and once they, recover. They do have some dead flowers on here, but it's okay. And also another tip, if you're ever gonna plant some in the ground, my coworker said that it would be best to buy them when the flowers haven't bloomed yet. So that's a cool tip to know. All right, this guy is done. Now on to the red one. Now this ground is going to be a little harder because we're right near the peach tree. So hopefully I don't break any major roots. If I do, I don't think it'll be too detrimental to the growth. So yeah, I could tell this is filled with roots. It also might be from the Rose of Sharon's because there's some bordering all the way around, and they are trees, so they have long roots. And it also might be the maple trees in the back of our shed. They're pretty big, so I should probably check how deep I should do this before I dig any further. Let's see. I feel like, oh, definitely. This one was still in the pot as well, so we'll have to do it pretty deep. Okay, that might be too deep here. Let's see. Put some back in, because the dirt will absorb the water and actually go down even further. So, okay, let's see how that does. This one was in the trash, and I found, well, there was two other small ones that I gave to another coworker. I told her the whole story, and she was like, yes, I want some. And I think her favorite color is red too, and that's what they were, 2 small red mums. Anyway, I found one of those, I think it was the orangey yellow one over there. I found that one, and then we also sell straw bales there, and every time we stock up on them and stuff, the hay goes everywhere and we have to sweep it up, so we put it in a trash can, and there was a layer of that underneath that mum. So I took some away, and all of a sudden I see these small flowers peeking out, and I'm like, no way, that's another mum. So I kept on digging, and lo and behold, it was this guy. It was this beautiful, almost perfect mum. So that's awesome. Okay, now we will, oh, it is kind of root bound. I didn't know. I think it'll be fine though. See, I don't want to, oh, yeah. It does help sometimes, but I just don't want to do too much because the roots are pretty small. That's all I'm gonna do. I call it massaging the roots. My coworker said tickling the roots. I don't know. It's synonymous. It all means the same thing. Oh, that was almost perfect. But since it's almost perfect, there's gonna be more limbs, especially lower limbs. So it's gonna be a little harder to fill this hole than the other ones. Because you're on the other ones, you can actually see what you're doing, but I literally have to go way down and see what I'm doing here. I mean, it's not too much that you need a microscope, but nonetheless a little difficult. And getting kind of dirty, but I like it. I mean, I don't like feeling dirty, but that's part of gardening. You gotta get dirty. And this beats being at a desk all day, you know. Oh, I think I need more dirt, which means most of the water absorbed all the dirt. So now I am fingering for the last pieces now. I will be getting some wood chips in there with it, but you can only do what you can do. Yeah, this side is all open. There's the tag. Oh, let me tell you what kind it is now. It's called Majesty Red. Oh, and it's another name for mum is chrysanthemum. So that's a plus. I think all plants have more than one name. Which, I mean, I've been to working at the garden factory since April, and when people say, oh, where is this? A lot of times I'm like, well, do they go by another name? I'm still trying to learn them all. So it's just hard when there's more than one name to something. But, I mean, it's cool to be able to recognize the different names and know how they look like, at least. So, alright, I think that's, let me check back here again, because I feel like I haven't. Okay, good. Oh, right here, okay. I'm gonna try to flatten this all out, make it look presentable. And I don't know if I have, I'm not like a perfectionist, I guess, but I like everything looking nice. But I think that's how it is with people with mums. Like, once it looks bad, I'm gonna take it out. But now I know, thankfully I know before I did anything wrong with them. Now I know that even if they look ugly, it's okay. Just leave them. And in the spring, you can take out the dead foliage. So, and I'd rather look at dead foliage for a couple months than not having a plant anymore. So, all right. So this side is done. I'm gonna time lapse me doing the other side, and then we'll call it a day. Also, before the time lapse, I just wanted to give you a tip that I just discovered, I guess. It is kind of weird, but I think it'll work. So again, we're gonna have 4 mums here, and I wanted to make the spacing uniform to make it look nice. Now it still will be a little staggered because there is a cow plant right here, so I won't be able to do it exactly parallel with the other red, yellow, and so on. But it'll be a little staggered, which will make it even, I think it'll make it look even cool. But I was thinking of doing a 5-gallon bucket. So once you kind of know where you're gonna put it like this, you put a 5-gallon bucket here, and then maybe a few inches more, you make another divot over here, and it makes everything quite uniform. And that's it. All the mums are planted. I yet again want to thank you guys for watching. And if you like, head right on over to my YouTube channel, like and subscribe. You guys have a great day.